All right, we're going to go ahead and get started. Thank you all for coming on it's Wednesday, right? Wednesday night. My nights are all confused with all the travel, but we're really glad you're here. We're going to go ahead and get started. So before I talk about introductions or anything about our schools, I'd love to just show you a quick little video about some of the things that we have going on in Arizona, Nevada, and Texas. So just watch this quick video and then we'll get going.
Legacy Traditional Schools is coming to South Carolina. Our schools teach the basics of reading, writing, and math through a neo-traditional methodology that challenges students to be their very best. Our highly qualified staff helps students develop a love of learning that will last them their entire lives. We focus on more than just classroom study too. We instill patriotism, character, kindness, and citizenship into everything we do on campus. Students learn valuable life lessons that reinforce the type of person parents want them to be. Legacy students participate in extensive physical education and healthy living through our Momentum Fitness program. Our facilities, including commercial cook-on-site kitchens, high school quality gyms, turf areas, and plenty of outdoor space, allow our students to stay active while learning to live a healthy lifestyle. Our Mozart Performing Arts program allows students to expand their creativity through music theory and performance. Many Legacy campuses have a piano lab, rehearsal rooms, and performance venues that allow our kids to experience another area where they might find their passion. We serve many communities in multiple states, and our track record for success is evident. We are always looking for ways to improve, and we take great pride in leading the way in local education. In the end, it's about giving our children the very best we can offer. It's about teaching them how to stand up, how to walk tall, and then trusting them to take that knowledge and run forward for the rest of their lives. We're preparing kids for the future, and at Legacy, their future has never looked brighter.
Thank you. I just want to start with some introductions. So this is Centria over here. You guys have probably touched base with her with your emails. Jeff's in the back. He's doing some sound and video for us. And my name is Jennifer Turney. I started my Legacy journey as a principal at our North Chandler campus right in the heart of COVID. And I learned a lot about being a leader during some challenging times. Our school, we had about 1,000 students, and it was very difficult for everybody, but we grew really close as a community, really close as a school, and accomplished some really great things. I then opened up one of our Santan campuses in Arizona. That's actually an exact picture, or I should say rendering of our Santan campus that I started before moving into the deputy superintendent role. And in 25-26, I will be the proud superintendent of our South Carolina schools. So I'm really excited to move. I'm an Arizona native, but I do have a son in Georgia. He lives up in, right up above Atlanta, so I'll be close to him, closer, I should say. So I don't know if he's excited, but I am. So you can see some of our maps. We started with Arizona schools. Our first campus was our Maricopa campus. We've grown to over 22 schools in Arizona alone. Then we branched out to Nevada, where we have 3 different campuses there in the Las Vegas area. And now we have 3 campuses in Texas and soon to be in South Carolina. You can see here's all of our mascots in there. There's my Santan Spurs and my North Chandler Coyotes. Those are all of our different campuses in our 3 different states. Every day we start our school day with a flag ceremony. No matter what we have going on, every single student and every single grade joins with their class in a flag ceremony. It may look a little bit different on every campus. Sometimes they're outside, sometimes they're in the gym, but there always is a start to our day. Families are always welcome. We do our celebrations. We do different, we might have a specific character trait that we're working on, or we might be presenting kids with their honor roll and principal pride, or celebrating something great that a sports team did that night. But we always encourage our parents to participate. So We're going to start this meeting just like we do every single day at Legacy. So if you will please stand, we'll start by saying the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. You may be seated. So generally in our flag ceremonies, we have our students lead it. Then our students will also lead a moment of silence. They may talk about the character trait. It's really fun. Even on Fridays, some of our campuses do things called Friday Fun Days, where then they'll have a challenge in their junior high classes, maybe rock, paper, scissors against the teachers, things like that. But it's a great way to join as a school community, show our patriotism, our citizenship, and start the day. Our students can also say our mission statement, and every Monday is Mission Monday. You can read it up on the screen with me, but it's Legacy Traditional Schools' mission is to provide all students with the opportunity to achieve academic excellence in an accelerated, back-to-basics, safe learning environment taught by caring, knowledgeable, and highly effective educators in cooperation with supportive, involved parents. You'll hear me talk a lot about parent involvement in this presentation because it is really important. We reference it to like that three-legged stool, with our educators being one of those legs, our students being another, and the families being the third. Without the same equal participation or without the support of all three, that stool just doesn't stand up. So we encourage all of our families to volunteer, and we know that our families are busy and some can't be in the classroom during the day, but we find lots of opportunities for you to do it on your own schedule. Maybe you come and do an event. Maybe you cut out crafts at home for those little first grade parties. Maybe you come and help with a party, or you go on a field trip. There's lots of opportunities. We want to have you on the campus as much as possible. We are accredited by Cognia, all of our schools. And you can see this is another picture of one of our campuses. You're going to hear me say the word fantastic. You're going to hear me say the word great. You're going to hear me say the word proud several times. But I'm a very proud principal. I'm a very proud deputy superintendent, and I know I'm going to be a very proud superintendent. I love Legacy. I love that when you drive by our schools, you know we are a Legacy school. Our students are proud to go to the school. Our teachers are proud to teach at that school. And I was very proud to lead as well. You can see that we are a back to basics, direct instruction type school, and we'll talk about that more, and in your flyers it explains it as well. But you'll see our desks face forward. This is one of our classrooms in our campus. The instructor would instruct from the beginning. All of our students have a cubby. They don't have lockers in the junior high, but they have cubbies just like this in every single classroom. Our kiddos face forward. You can see there's good work on the walls. Objectives are always posted, and every classroom looks the same regardless of what campus that you go on, so that you know it is a Legacy school and what to expect. This was my favorite. As an ex-athletic director and an ex-girls basketball coach, when I walked into my very first campus and saw the gym, I was like, I get to teach here. I mean, it was so cool. I came from a school that the gym was, we'll just say it wasn't fantastic. But there was no bleachers for parents, and this was at the varsity level. So to be able to coach at this type of a school with this, it was pretty exciting for me. This is just our outdoor view of some of our newer campuses. This is, again, a replica of our Santan campus. In Arizona, it is super hot. I've heard it's hot here too, but 122 in Arizona summers, it's just hot. So we have covered turf areas, covered Pebble Tech. Hi, come on in. We want our kids to be as active as possible. We believe in when our kids are healthy and physical, that they'll be better students as well too. So even in inclement weather, which I've heard there's a lot of humidity here too, but they can still play. So our philosophy, again, a back to basics traditional education. We believe in motivated students, supportive parents, knowledgeable and highly effective teachers. We have very high expectations and structure, but you'll hear me talk a lot later about how we support your student in that as well. So yes, we have those high expectations, but we have a lot of things in place to really help your students be successful as well. We believe in positive discipline. We believe in a very big focus on citizenship, patriotism, and that well-rounded education. And again, your child's success is our success. I cannot reiterate enough that we want you as much as we can have you, because we know that that's important, an important piece. So to move on and talk about the curriculum, our students all receive English Language Arts, which is a focus on reading, writing, spelling, and grammar, math, social studies, science, PE, music and art, computers, library, and even our kinder babies start with Spanish. In our English Language Arts program, all of our students, grades K through 5, are introduced to the Spalding curriculum. That's a really great curriculum where it teaches letters, sounds, phonograms, and really helps our students understand how words are made, why the rules of our spelling, things like that as they begin to move from learning to read to reading to learn. 70 phonograms. We also have what's called OPR and WPR, our teacher's review, which is an oral phonogram review and written phonogram review, where they really learn that fine art of writing as well. They have a weekly test for spelling. They get a pre-test on Thursday, which is always a kid's favorite because if they get 100%, they don't take that test on Friday as well too. So they like that. We don't believe in homework on Fridays because we believe that the weekends are family time. And something that I was very excited about, we teach cursive handwriting starting in 3rd grade all the way through 8th grade. So they will have that foundation. All right, we use Envision Math curriculum. And if you have a chance, take a look at that on our website. This is a great math curriculum program which really, really emphasizes those deep ideas, problem solving, critical thinking as they move through their math assignments. Students have a consumable textbook, and you have access to their work online as well, so you can check what they're doing, their support pages. It was a long time when my students, my own children, went into some 8th grade math. I needed some refresher courses to help them with their homework. So it was nice to always have access to that so that I could support them at home as well. Science and social studies, our kiddos receive science education, which is really, I don't know if you noticed in that video, but even in the junior high, they have really robust science labs where we have science experiments. Our kids all participate in the science fairs. In the lower grade, they do it as a class. You can, right now, it's always fun when I'm on my campuses back in Arizona, all of the bulletin boards are all their science fair experiments, and there's some really great ones. Once they reach into 5th or 6th grade, they start to do them individually, and our students have competed all the way up to the national level for science. Social studies, also, we use books, magazines, articles to help foster their comprehension. Elementary specials. Kinder through 2nd receive 2 PE classes a week at 30 minutes apiece, 2 music, they get a computers, a library, an art, and then Spanish, K2. 3-5, we're gonna talk a little bit about, or actually 3-6, we're gonna talk a little bit more about our Mozart Momentum program in just a minute, and then junior high, they can have a daily elective as well. Here we go, Mozart Performing Arts. One thing that's really special about Legacy Schools is we have what's called Mozart Momentum programs. I'm not sure if they have anything like this in South Carolina, but it was very new to me when I came to my North Chandler campus, and I really loved it. So 3rd through 6th grade, your student gets to choose which track they want to go on. If they are really into movement, love PE, they can choose our Momentum track. If they're really, really musically gifted, they loved to play the piano, the guitar, if they like to learn about music, they would do the Mozart track. What happens is 4 times a week, whichever track they choose, every day for 45 minutes, they go to that session. So if they are in Mozart, they might take a piano class. And if you saw, here's one picture of our labs, but I think you saw it in that video. We have piano labs at every campus where every student would get their own piano. They're hooked up to headphones. They learn to play as the teacher's listening. We have, on some of our campuses, we have guitar. We might have orchestra. We might have band, things like that. 4 days a week, they're participating for 45 minutes in that Mozart program. On the 5th day, we call it switch day, they go to PE, and then they would have that physical education. If they're in the momentum, it's reverse. So for 4 days a week, they get PE, they learn about sports, rules of games, they are very engaged in physical movement, nutrition, things like that. Then on the 5th day, they switch and they go to music and they have a general music class. So it's pretty great. Usually by 3rd grade, they know their interests. Parents have to approve, and then they're in this 3rd through 5th grade, some campuses 6th grade. All right. Now for our junior high, for grades 6 through 8, their core classes look a little bit different. They have 2 sections of ELA, English Language Arts, a day. One will be a focus on literature, where they're reading great texts, they're learning grammar, things like that. That second one is more on the writing and grammar, actually. And they have those 2 classes every day. They'll also have a daily lesson in math, and then science and social studies. In 7th grade, they learn world geography, and 8th grade, they're learning South Carolina history. One thing that's really exciting about our schools too is if we have the interest, we have our students can take algebra or geometry, and they may earn high school credit for it even in the 8th grade. So we have some of our students who come out with an algebra and a geometry credit before they even go to high school. The same for Spanish as well. And you can see some of the different electives that our 7th and 8th grade students can take. Art, band and orchestra, choir, piano, guitar, PE, Spanish, musical theater, robotics, and coding and engineering. It changes a little bit with every single campus based on the interests of the students. We've had some that do yearbook, some that have a student council class, things like that. All of our students receive a report card, and so they actually will receive a progress report mid-grade. We're broken up into 4 quarters, just like your traditional school, quarter 1, 2, 3, and 4. In the middle of each quarter, they will get a progress report so that the parent knows exactly what's happening on their campus. We also have Power Schools that all of you as parents will get a login so that you can at any time check your students' attendance, check your students' grades. It's real time too, so when a teacher enters a grade, you can see that right away. And then one other thing, just going back to that for a second, that I wanted to note is our students that are in 1st grade all the way through 8th, they're on that traditional A through F scale. And then our kinder friends are in, like, O is outstanding, S is satisfactory, and we move them into that. All right, our students all get homework. We believe it's a great opportunity. I saw it. It's okay. On the weekends, you have off. But we do believe it takes that commitment from the parents, the students, and it really builds those skills that they need to be ready for the day. It's nothing very robust, but we ask that our students have nightly homework. They usually have like a math page. Maybe they practice their spelling. If they're in kinder, they might be practicing their phonograms, things like that. And then we ask that our students are reading every night. Kinder, it may look a little bit different. It may be, like I said, reading phonograms, or you're reading out loud to them. They're listening to something online or an audio book. It looks a little bit different in every single grade. But they will have a nightly homework slip, and we ask that the parents sign that. Now, we also understand that things come up. I have 5 children of my own, and there are days where it's like, I just couldn't get to it because life got in the way. I can easily send something to my teacher that says, hey, you know, my student did not do his homework tonight. We'll make sure we get caught up in that tomorrow. Something came up. And so it's a great way to communicate with your teacher. We do understand that things happen, okay? This is my favorite too, and you're gonna see some pictures later. It is my, hands down, my favorite activities as a principal is every single year, each student will have 2 long-term assignments. They'll have 2 book reports that they do, and they'll have 2 poems. And it is the cutest thing ever. Our kinder friends get to pick like maybe Dr. Seuss, and they read a Dr. Seuss book, and they dress all up. You'll see a picture of that in just a minute. They do a parade through the school. Our 8th graders come out and cheer them on, and it just makes my heart happy. All right, so you can see what we ask for our parents to read, or Actually, we're asking our students to read, but you're checking off on that. It's a great opportunity, like I said, for the littles to read to you. Maybe the olders can even just tell you what they're reading about, okay? We also offer a gifted services. We call it our RISE program. For any student who's been identified as gifted, they will participate in this gifted RISE program. For grades 1 through 6, those students, it's a pullout once a week. They get different services. They engage in different activities that align with recognizing individual student excellence. At my North Chandler campus, our students created an entire carnival. Our kids that were like in first grade designed tickets to sell to enter the carnival. Even our 8th graders actually designed and made the Ferris wheels, things like that. So it's just a great way to engage other modalities for them. We do have exceptional student services. So if your student is coming in with an IEP or needs to be tested, we can do that. Plus we provide services on our campus. And then we have English for second language learners as well too. So we talked a lot earlier about how we have very high standards for our students, but here are some of the ways that we support them. Twice a day, we have what's called E&I time. This is a time where our teachers can pull desks together, grab a small group of students, really do like a center-like approach to address those students that have already mastered the concept and really need some enrichment. Or possibly we've got some students that are still struggling a little bit with the concept and they need some more individualized time with that teacher. These 2 times, you'll see it on your child's schedule called E&I time, enrichment and intervention. One is a 30-minute math and one is a 30-minute ELA, and that happens every day. We also provide tutoring, so all of our teachers are required to do 2 30-minute sessions of tutoring a week, so that it's free of charge. You can come in, and if you are not available with your teacher's assigned time, you can go to another teacher in that grade level as well. We have Saturday schools for a certain period of time in the year for those students that really need that extra boost. We offer some of our spring, spring intercession and summer schools as well too. And then we offer Title I services where some of our students who might be falling a little bit below where they need to be, they qualify for Title I, which is extra support from paraprofessionals or different reading interventionists as well. And of course, we want all of our families in there too. So if your kiddo is struggling, we want you to brainstorm with us at the table. Nobody knows them better than you do. As you saw in the video, we have a full cafeteria that the food is prepped on site every day. Your students do not have to eat lunch there. They can bring their own. It is completely up to you. It is a fee-based program, but our students eat lunch together by grade. And like I said, the lunches are cooked on site. Thursday's always pizza day, which is my favorite and most of the students' favorite as well, but they can purchase lunch or bring lunch from home as well. So our legacy school hours vary for every single campus and just a little bit, but all of our campuses are open from 7:30 to 4. Students can be dropped off as early as 7:30, and then if they dismiss at 2:40, some of our older kiddos go till 3, and then they would get picked up right after that time as well. We have a program as well called LKC, or Legacy Kids Care. So for those parents that need a little bit more extended time, it is a fee-based before and after school program. You can drop your kiddo off as early as 6:30. We make sure they have breakfast. We do some activities. Maybe they get to do their reading then that you couldn't get to the night before they start school at 7:30. And then afterwards, they can stay as late as 6 o'clock. One of the great things about this program is a lot of our families love that their kiddo gets homework help. If they're working till 5:30, 6 o'clock at night, they know that when they pick up their kiddo, homework's done, they've had snack, they're ready to go home. So love this event. Every single one of our schools has a musical theater program, and once a year they do a huge show, and it looks different at every school, but it's generally Disney. We've had kids do Moana, we've had them do Frozen. I just went to one that was Beauty and the Beast, and it is all out. All of our schools are built with stages and sound systems. We have, if kiddos don't feel comfortable performing or singing, they can be building the sets. We just want them to be involved. That's very important to us. And it's really great. If you look at some of our legacy traditional sites in Arizona, you can see pictures and little snippets of all of these. We offer student council on almost all of our campuses. We have different clubs that come in, from chess club. I just went to my first chess meeting at our Casa Grande campus, and I am sad to say I had a 7th grader beat me, but we'll talk about that later. I gotta practice, I gotta get better. But all sorts of different clubs. We have a sports club that comes in, we even have a magic club, a Lego club. If we have an interest, we'll look to fill it, okay? And then we have sports as well. So transportation, one thing that makes us a little bit different is we don't offer transportation with buses, but we really help you to look at what carpooling options you might have. Parents drop off and pick up, so they get to see you as they leave on their way, and you get to be the first person that they see when you pick up. We do have, if your student goes to like a local neighborhood daycare, they can come and pick them up with your permission. And for our kiddos that live in close range, with your permission, they can either walk or bike to school as well. Some of our families love this. Some of our kids, I might get a look, we'll see. But our students all wear uniforms. One thing that's really great about our uniforms, you do not have to pay to have them embroidered, there's the word, there we go. They are just plain. You do not have to buy them on our school website. You can buy them through Amazon, Target, Children's Place. There's such a huge amount of companies that sell these, so it's nothing crazy. Our students do love that they can wear jeans, just no holes. There's no frayed edges. We believe that when students look their best, they feel their best, they learn their best. And this is all on our websites, but as you'll notice, there's no logos. So even our kiddos that wear hoodies, because it's cold here, I did learn that outside, it's very cold, a lot colder than Arizona, but they can wear any type of jacket they want outside when they're playing, but when they come into the building, they're asked to take that off and put it in their cubby. They can wear some of those different hoodies, just no logos. We want our kids to be logo free so that they don't have to worry about not having the latest logo. And here's just some different pictures. Again, khaki shorts, navy shorts, black pants, things like that. This is all on our website, so you can get some more information on there. But you can see here, shoes, we just want to make sure that our students are safe, so no flip-flops, Crocs, things like that. If they're running on the playground, they need to make sure there's closed-toed shoes. We want to keep them as safe as possible. No Heelys or those roller shoes. Minimal jewelry, again, nothing that's going to distract from the educational setting. That is our goal. Again, we've talked a lot about, we just want you on the campus. We want you volunteering in whatever capacity that you can. So we do believe that that active family involvement is crucial to a student's success. Volunteers all have to go through our background check, so you can be assured that any person on our campus has been through that background check or has a fingerprint clearance card. So, and then in order to maintain the safety and order of our campus, all parents will be asked to present a state-issued ID when they pick up our kiddos, so that we know kiddos are safe. Lots of ways for you to receive communication, to communicate with your teachers, your administration team. As I mentioned before, we use PowerSchool as our school information system. You'll all get a username, a password. You can log in. It's linked to your student. All those grades are real time. You can send an email to your teacher. You can check absences, things like that. We send out a newsletter once a month for you. We all have school websites, every single campus that's specific to them with all sorts of information, pictures, things like that. Again, email's great. Those homework slips are a great way. The teacher might communicate back that way. You can always pick up the phone and call and schedule an appointment. All of our campuses have Facebook pages. You can even look now at some of those Facebook pages from other campuses. We want to make sure everybody knows all of the great things that's happening. It's always my favorite to see some of those events. So here's some of the pictures that I absolutely love. Here's this little kiddo that's dressed up as the Grinch. That was his book report. So cute. This is two of our students who received Principal's Pride and Honor Roll. Principal's Pride is straight A's. Honor Roll is a 3.5 to a 3.9. They're recognized at that flag ceremony. We make a big deal about them. This little girl up here, this is one of our 6th grade students. This is another great event we do. It's our wax museum for our 6th grade students. They choose a historical historical person. They make sure they do all of the research on this person. They put together a presentation. They dress up as that character. And then families are able to go through and ask about their person, and they have to tell why they chose them and everything that they know about this person. It's really a fun night. This is one of our campuses over here, my Glendale campus. They received an A-rated school. We are an A-rated network, which means the majority of our schools are A-rated. And again, this is our little kinder friends. That's at our Casa Grande campus. So cute, doing their little parade. And my favorite part is that the 8th graders come out because they usually have buddies with their kinders, cheer them on. We really try to make sure that there's that relationship. Going back to this one, again, we believe in showing our patriotism and helping our kids foster that at all times. We have a large celebration for Veterans Day and for our first responders on 9/11. You can see this was one of our campuses at Veterans Day when they brought in a helicopter. They brought in some different military personnel. The kids learn about that. We celebrate our veterans. 9/11, I cry every single year, but our students do performances. They learn all about why we celebrate that day as well. Here's some pictures of our kinder friends. This is a really super cute kinder at, I believe this was the first day of school. And then this is one of our last days. All of our kinders have a big, huge promotion. They are promoting from kinder, going to first. They wear cap and gowns. Parents come. They sing the cutest songs. Really fun way to celebrate their journey into first grade. All of our junior high students are eligible for their yearly field trip. We go to a different place each year. It is a fee-based program, but our students are able to go to, I believe this year it's Philadelphia and New York. Am I right on that? Yep. Last year was Boston and New York. DC has been some of those, so we do a new place each year. So if they go in 7th and 8th grade, they can go to both places. But it's an awesome week when they go with their legacy teachers and admin. They get to learn all about the places in our country. We have sports. We believe that as much interest as we can get, we want to have those sports teams. We have competitive sports. We also have intramurals for some of our kiddos that might not be ready for that competition but still want to participate. And then we have that competitive league as well. We usually always have the same sports that your local schools will because we play some of those as well too. All right, frequently asked questions. What is the focus of a Back to Basics school? So focus of Back to Basics is really on that reading, writing, that math, and that foundation is a success for all of the areas of study. We believe that if we can teach them to be great learners and really have that strong focus on that reading and the writing, they move from that learning to read to reading to learn. And then what makes Legacy different? I think I talked a little bit about that, how much I love Legacy. Our Mozart Momentum is amazing, our commitment to our students' excellence, that focus on our Spalding and really getting them a strong understanding of the reading and written language, and just helping them to create that love of learning and that character development. When will enrollment open? Not quite yet. We're almost there. So we've put in all of our applications. We should be hearing back shortly at the end of March. We have a few places that we've already, we just haven't solidified the exact location, but all of those are close proximity to this area. By June, we should have a really good, strong understanding of where we'll be and when that enrollment will open. So just make sure you're on that interest list, and we'll make sure that we're communicating with you, okay? So you guys can use this QR code if you haven't done the interest list online. That'll help you. I'm also going to stay. Centria will be here. Jeff will be in the back. If you have any questions, I'd love to stay and talk to you. Feel free to come and ask anything I didn't cover. But thank you so much. I really hope that you are as excited as I am for Legacy to come to South Carolina. I cannot say enough good things about our schools. So go online, check them out. Feel free to ask questions, and thank you again for coming.